So recently, the company behind most streamers' donation system, Streamlabs, has launched a new service which allows you to have access to important streaming tools while streaming directly from your game console. Now, while this is a cool new feature from Streamlabs, it's not a unique one, as another company called Lightstream has been providing the same service for a couple years now. But the issue people are having with Streamlabs is less about providing the exact same service, but rather using the exact same promotion for said service. Because if you look at this side by side, the left being Lightstream and the right being the new Streamlabs Studio, not only is the layout the same, but the wording is the exact same. Level up your console streams. How does it work? Active, personalized, stream, cloud capture for console streams, full layout design and control. But I will give Streamlabs this. They did say go live in minutes from your console instead of all you need in your console. So I guess it is slightly different, but not different enough to prevent Lightstream from calling them out on Twitter. They said, "Clown, hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just change it up a bit so it's not obvious you copied." Clown, bet. The CEO of Lightstream STU responds by saying, "The team at Streamlabs should be ashamed. Not satisfied enough to ride OBS Project's hard work. Now to copy ours down to the layout and every word on our marketing site, and our UX in this project." For those of you who don't know what OBS is, it's a free software that a bunch of streamers, including myself, use to go live. And Streamlabs has a competing platform called Streamlabs OBS. And due to the similar nature of both programs, as well as the same name, a lot of people thought that Streamlabs OBS was a collaboration between Streamlabs and OBS. But according to STU, that's not the case. And OBS themselves doubled down on this when they quote tweeted him and said, "Near the launch of Streamlabs OBS, Streamlabs reached out to us about using the OBS name. We kindly asked them not to. They did so anyway and followed up by filing a trademark. We've tried to sort this out in private, and they've been uncooperative at every turn. We are often faced with confused users and even companies who do not understand the difference between the two apps. Support volunteers are sometimes met with angry users demanding refunds. We've had interactions with several companies who did not realize our apps were separate. Legally, they have obeyed the terms of the GPL, but they have repeatedly disregarded the spirit of open source and of giving back. Despite these actions by Streamlabs, the OBS project will continue to provide free open software and tools for everybody. We will continue to support our users, the community, and our amazing developers for their hard work." So that's what OBS had to say about all of this. Now before we get into the Twitter reactions, I'm proud to say that this video is sponsored by the Raycon Everyday Earbuds, my personal favorite earbuds that I've ever used. Raycons are half the price of most other earbud brands, but still provides great audio quality and looks, but more importantly feels great in your ear. It also has a 32-hour battery life, making it perfect for long car rides or airplane flights. I recently got to use them when I visited LA last month, and it worked great on the plane. And on top of that, you can get up to 20% off if you go to buyraycon.com/boblax. I've been using these earbuds for a really long time, and honestly, they're great. And if you buy them but somehow don't like them for whatever reason, there's a 45-day money-back guarantee. So if you're in the market for earbuds, I see no reason not to try these out by going to buyraycon.com/boblax. Thank you so much to Raycon for sponsoring this video, but for now, let's get back to it. Spooky responds to OBS by saying, "I got you, OBS. Yo, Streamlabs. Friendship ended with slobs. Now OBS is my best friend." And Munition says, "I thought Slobs was a collaborative project between OBS and SL. I had no idea they just used the name against your wishes." Jacksepticeye says, "Really thought they were associated with you guys in just a different version. Thank you for your software. It's revolutionized the way so many of us do our jobs." Peanut Butter Gamer says, Wait. I thought Streamlabs made OBS? This is super effed up." Arno responds, "And this is why you have to protect your trademarks. Because perfectly reasonable people like, oh my god, I can't say Peanut Butter Gamer with a straight face, this person, get caught up in Streamlabs' deliberately misleading marketing." Peanut Butter Gamer responds, rolling on the floor laughing, "You didn't have to do me like that." Simple Flip says, "I started with Flash Media Live Encoder in 2012, so believe me when I say you are heroes, and don't deserve to have your reputation muddled through confusion and grime, laughing my ass off. Keep killing it, guys." Tubbo responds by saying, "What the fuck?" To which Eret responds, "My thoughts exactly, Tubbo." Olive the Owl says, "Fuck Streamlabs. All my homies hate Streamlabs." Strippin says, "OBS till I die. You guys are the OGs. Sorry they did you dirty like this. We support you." Mushiest responds with this meme that says, "I made this. You made this? I made this." Travis says, "Since they never mention it, though they deserve to, OBS has a Patreon if you guys want to support the developers. The vast majority of the entire streaming industry owes its success to the people who made OBS, and they never asked for a penny in return. He then links their Patreon. I will also link that in the description below if you guys want to support them. Crimson Mune responds to OBS by saying, "Is Slobs not OBS? I assume Slobs is just OBS with Streamlabs integrated, the same way that Stream Elements can be integrated." Deathwitch responds, "No, it's them taking open source software, slapping their name on it, and website links on it, and then filing legal ownership of the program they stole, and put a new coat of paint on. It's their attempt to overtake regular OBS, and charge for it when they do. It's theft." Jeffra responds, "Open source. That isn't theft. They charge for integrations they made. The issue at hand is ethics. Very poor ethics." Headass responds, "You ignored the rest of the tweet because of the words open source. Streamlabs used it, yes, that is okay. However, what is not okay is them filing a goddamn trademark over the software they almost literally just rebranded." RT Game Daniel responds to OBS by saying, "That's extremely shitty of them. Goes against the entire message of being an open platform. Thanks for providing what you do." Pokilaw's responds to OBS by saying, "That's so fucked up. Appreciate everything you guys have done for us." Pokimane quote tweets OBS and says, "Streamlabs better resolve this entire thread of issues, or I'll be asking them to take my face off the platform. Plus look to use another donation service." AugRFC says, "Fuck Streamlabs! Burn that company to the fucking ground!" Hassan says, "I will never use Streamlabs again if they don't immediately resolve this matter." 39 Daff responds to Hassan by saying, "Hassan, I literally told you 2 years ago to not use Streamlabs OBS." Hassan responds, "I literally don't," laughing my ass off. "I do run my alerts through Streamlabs though. I use regular OBS." 39 Daff responds, "I literally do your mom, say Def." Lich VTuber says, "Alright, I'm moving all my stuff to OBS and Stream Elements. Let's boycott Streamlabs." Harris Heller says, "You want to know why Streamlabs just straight rips off the name whenever they copy products? Check out what happens when you Google OBS. They take the name, then pay for ad placement for their product to show up before the original. This is bonkers." Kevin says, "Really shitty to see them disrespect the OBS team like this. I swapped to Stream Elements for alerts a year ago because it really felt like Streamlabs was trying to trick people into signing up for their premium service. They also made it very awkward to cancel the subscription." Meg Turney says, "Wow, I definitely thought Slobs was a collab with OBS. I'm glad I left Streamlabs behind a hot minute ago. It was always screwing up anyway. And to find out they've taken advantage of the good nature of the OBS team? Yikes." Loserfruit says, "Reminder to the friends that Streamlabs OBS Slobs is not OBS. OBS is the chosen one. We love you, OBS." Bao says, "Imagine opening Streamlabs and your computer explodes. OBS goated." Connor says, "Streamlabs OBS was always run significantly worse than normal OBS, despite advertising otherwise too. It was always crazy to me that people thought it was the go-to software." Edward Snowden says, "I've been using OBS for years. It's good software, except no substitutes." Super Yan says, "During my time at Streamlabs, so many people in marketing were reprimanded, put on PIP plans, and or fired for speaking up against unethical business practices, to the point where they basically got rid of the entire marketing team by late 2018. You see shit like the blow up today and wonder, how did they do that? You'd think someone in the room would have been like, hey, this is a bad idea, right? Right. Streamlabs fires those people for not being team players." Lance makes this Twitter video titled, "How Streamlabs Comes Up with New Ideas."
Hey, that looks pretty good. Did you make that? Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how our new website page came out. Oh man, that's awesome. Can you just hold it still for a second for me? Well, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm just admiring. Can you actually hold it a little closer so that I can admire it some more? Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah. I think that'll do it. What do you think our new website page just came out with it? Oh, come on! Seriously? What? I worked really hard on this. Yeah, I totally get it, man. We worked really hard on ours too. No, you didn't. You just copied everything I did. God, you sound just like those losers at Elgato. Dude, that's my work. I made that. Look, they're identical. Huh, well that's weird. Because I don't see your name on it. Well, it was there before you took it off. Seems to me like you're a little jealous. Jealous of who? Myself? That's mine. Huh. Now that you mention it, it does kind of look like you copied us a little bit. What? Don't blame yourself. This happens all the time because we're such big trailblazers in the industry and we're so unique and original. That's why every feature that we have is a main feature on another website, because everybody copies us. Do you have any idea how pathetic it is that you had to copy the reviews word for word? Like, that review is for us. Guy didn't say that about you, he said that about us. Oh my god, look at you. Trying to take credit for other people's work. Jesus, man, have some self-respect.
So after a whole day of getting shit on, Streamlabs finally made a statement about this situation. They tweeted out, "We are taking immediate action to remove OBS from our name. Streamlabs OBS is built on top of the OBS open source platform. Streamlabs OBS is also open source, and our code is publicly available. We take responsibility for our actions, and will support the community." Artie responds to them with this fake Twitter conversation between Lightstream and Streamlabs. It starts out with Lightstream saying, "Do you realize that stealing is a crime?" Streamlabs responds, "Please show me the law." OBS responds with the law, and Streamlabs responds, "I'm not reading that." Ahmed's ratios Streamlabs when he tweets out a revised statement that says, "Oops, we got caught, Streamlabs." Omni responds to Streamlabs with this Twitter video. Annie Burr responds to Streamlabs by saying, "Why do changes always require public shaming first?" Mudahar says, "Fuck off and learn what open source means next time." CoffeeZilla says, "The apology is way too late. Damage control isn't enough when Streamlabs has shown a pattern of behavior stealing others' products. I will never use a Streamlabs product again." For the confused, the reason this is a big deal to me personally is that despite not streaming much, I use OBS and use Streamlabs OBS in my workflow every day to record videos. The only reason I ever used Streamlabs OBS was for their selective recording feature, but I found a workaround. I had a complicated setup where I recorded two different windows, one in Streamlabs OBS, one in OBS. Since I gave up on Streamlabs OBS in part because their functionality fell way behind, but this has given me even more reason to never go back. I, like many others, thought OBS/Streamlabs OBS were partners. Turns out that was a pattern of behavior by Streamlabs to routinely copy people's products, make them seem affiliated, and then steal traffic. Yuck! Kavos comments on all of this by saying, "Streamlabs only now removing OBS from their name only after public scrutiny, not when OBS politely asked them before they even launched the product. Fake fucking statement." Now going back to a tweet we read before, where Pokimane was requesting to have our face removed from the Streamlabs website, it seems like that actually ended up happening, as the YouTuber Omni tweeted out a before and after picture of Streamlabs' front page, showing that they indeed took Pokimane off of the website. Pokimane followed this up with a tweet of her own that says, "Re-Streamlabs/recent LSF comments. I already requested that they remove my image/affiliation from the site. They removed 10 plus images of me, some of which I never gave them permission to use. Lol. My initial tweet was when only 2 companies had issues with them. I was hopeful Streamlabs could rectify these issues or compensate the companies. I'm looking into the new claims, as well as looking into swapping donation services. But this can't be done quickly because I have complicated alert systems, plus my donation cap is through Streamlabs. This does not mean that I won't swap. It will just take some time. I do not condone their business practices and will not stand by them." And that's about it for the criticism against Streamlabs. I definitely think it's warranted. They gained a lot of notoriety from just copying other people's products, and their copies for the most part don't even work as well as the originals. Personally, I stopped using Streamlabs about a year ago due to how glitchy and unreliable their products were, and after this especially, I don't really see any reason to go back. But that's just my opinion. I would love to hear your opinion on this in the comment section below, especially if you are a streamer who does use Streamlabs. Will you continue to use the service, or are you going to switch to something different like Stream Elements? Speaking of streaming, I do it occasionally on twitch.tv, so if you like this video and you're interested in hearing more of my opinion, be sure to follow me over there as I go live frequently, and follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with whatever's going on in the community. Don't forget to check out Raycon earbuds if you're interested in buying some. The link to that will be in the description, but with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.